Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. What is it? Welcome in, welcome in. Are we getting some crappy weather coming in? Four to 8 inches. Goodness gracious. Hello, hello. Okay, why? Late Monday night and Wednesday morning. I don't think I'm going to Dress City Tuesday morning. All right, let's get a little music going. Go back to chill hot music. Valentine's is over. We're not doing that love music anymore. Hi, G. What's up? How are you? How's it going? I was finishing up my taco soup before I went live, but I had a couple more bites. Trying to stay warm. Yeah, I just was looking at the weather. I'm so sick of winter. So sick of it. So it looks like Tuesday's going to be a real bitch. The way it looks. Okay, today is Sunday, February 16th. Yeah, it looks like crappiness is coming in. I didn't even realize it, and I got a text from my yoga gal that teaches yoga on Tuesday saying she's already canceling class. I'm like, what for? Oh, the weather. Come on, springtime. I would mow the yard year round before I would say I enjoy this weather. Yeah, right. I hear you. I would too. That's a good way to put it, Jane. That is a good way to put it. I would too. I just can't stand. It's okay when the sun's out, but when we don't have sun and it's like just dreary and cold. Like no. It's like that seasonal depression kicks in. It's like, ugh. Look at Oh, I didn't realize that I had this background. I should have used around Valentine's Day, but that's okay. Just now noticed it. Oh, this is cute. What is this? Oh. I like a lot of them. Yeah, that was really cool. Let me go back to the clouds. There's the sun peeking out. I'm all behind here. Or not behind, turned around. I'm trying to point at the clouds, but I'm pointing the wrong way. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, let me make sure I am connected. I'm not seeing anybody coming in on YouTube, which is odd. Yeah, I'm connected. Alright, let's see what we get in here today. Reading. I do offer the tarot, the Lenormand, the Pendulum, ranging from $3 up to $15. These are just quick questions, guys. These are not a full-blown reading here. Hi, Nina. What's up, girl? How are you? Happy Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. You got a question, my dear? I do see your donation. I heard your donation come through. I'm good. I'm good. We were just talking, me and my friend over in Facebook, about how cold it is. We got more snow coming. Like, gosh, I'm so over it, right? My friend came over last night with her kids. Okay, and that was the night that you guys were gonna have your party. Yeah, update me. What's up? What's going on? What happened? Everything was good, but I observed her actions. I just felt disconnected from her. Okay. Well, that's interesting because I do feel like the Lenormand, one of the first Lenormands you got about this party or this Valentine's. I don't think you asked us specifically about the party, or maybe you did, but it did say that your friend was coming. And it would be okay. But then we've got other readings about just the disconnection. So I'll be darned. I'd say Lenormand was on it once again. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what the reading said. 12:12 on the clock. I know she doesn't invite us to celebrate things like kids' birthday parties. She's very opportunistic, I feel. Yeah. Why didn't she invite you to the kids' birthday parties? That's interesting. I mean, if she's your best friend, you think she'd invite you to the kids' birthday parties and stuff. She expects to come to my events, like my graduation, but her birthday was in September. So she didn't invite you to her birthday either? Interesting. Yeah, something seems off. She had stayed the night and was telling about her plans for her B-Day. I wasn't invited. Because she chose one of her toxic friends over me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But anyway. Hi guys, welcome in. If you'd like to get on the list, send in your donation. And we'll get you taken care of. If you haven't tried a Lenormand, I highly recommend it. My loyal subscribers, my diehards, my besties, once they get Lenormand, they don't really get tarot anymore. So I felt distant starting then. Yeah, I would say so, girl. So back in September is when she chose one of her friends over you. Your old neighbor, the friend. Okay, yes, I remember. I remember when you lived next to her. She was giving you trouble then, it seemed like. All right, so we're going to look into whatever comes out for the next 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, back in September. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I started 2024 for me was a big year of cutting people out. I'm more like setting boundaries with myself about who I spend my time with, who gets my energy, right? I started about June, July, I think. Like having realizations of like, this person treats me like shit. Why am I still hanging around them, right? I feel you. All right, so let's take a look for you in the next 2 weeks. I think it's honestly one of the first steps and spiritual growth is letting go of those toxic relationships. Knowing our worth and our value. All right, let's take a look here. What can Nina expect here in the next 2 weeks, please? What can Nina expect in the next 2 weeks? What can Nina expect coming up in the next 2 weeks, please? What can Nina expect coming up in the next 2 weeks? What can Nina expect, please, coming up in the next 2 weeks? We have the sun in the center. Ooh. The mountain, the fox, the lady, the scythe, the ring, the anchor, the heart, and the stork. Okay. Your eyes are popping in your post. So pretty. Oh. My most recent post? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, you got a couple questions? Get you down here, Nina. All right, so this is nice. I love this for you. I mean, with the sun in the center, right? This is all about your happiness, and you are it's about happiness and love and relationships here with the sun and the heart. Yeah, it's all about like finding that one true love, falling in love. And I'm not saying that's what's happening in the next 2 weeks. That's just the context here, the overall energy, I guess you could call it. In the past, you show up here with the mountain and the anchor. So it's like you are stuck in this obstacles, just constant obstacles. Now, this is in the past, but it does show up just being stuck in this state of get the right word. Difficulties. You're just it's really challenging for you to find, like, you can't seem to settle down, an obstacle to settling down. And I think what that means is settling down, like love wise, like in romance here, having a stable love relationship. There's something here also about just things being silent, persisting silence. Now, why do we have in the undercurrent an attempt to return to someone that was cut off? Yeah, let me get the exact words, but it's like Yeah, the attempt to return to something or someone that was cut off. It's like you're moving on though from this painful experience. Because it's like you just keep having this recurring injury or recurring hurt. Like getting hurt is inevitable. But we're taking a look at the fact that we're on the threshold to something new, and we're like settling accounts with our past, settling old scores, because you're getting ready to take a step across a threshold here. But you're moving on from a painful experience. There's a cut, a breakup, something like that, and it really caused very profound transformation within you. Now, presently, here with the stork and the sun and the ring, you're like, you know what? You're changing your views on what you need to be happy when it comes to relationships. You're an optimist here. By nature, you are happy. It's like you're having this joyful inner journey. You're transforming confidently. And you're moving away from superficiality when it comes to relationships. Superficial relationships. Because this is really cool. Because you're really looking at what is it that makes me happy? Well, what makes you happy? And I love this. I think this is in relationships, period, but also with the sun and the heart here, this could be some love related as well. But there's forgiveness going on here. Interesting. Forgiveness makes true happiness possible. So you're like, there's something about having happiness in a relationship and an easygoing, loving relationship by forgiving. Now, just because we forgive someone does not mean that we go back to them. It's more for ourselves. Yeah, this relationship, I don't know if somebody's blocked. No means no is how it shows up. So I don't know, you got somebody blocked here. You're really looking at, like, I don't know, you're more focused on yourself, what's making you happy. You're enjoying yourself. You're being happy by yourself. Be happy for yourself, you're finding very great happiness in going your own way, being self-determined and self-reliant. You're really taking care of yourself. You're putting yourself in bright, joyful situations. Cool. I like this. Mr. E is blocked. Mike is blocked. Okay, all right. You're cutting away anything that is not conducive to your happiness. You're out. I love this. Yeah. When you cut away unnecessary things, like you're cleaning up it's leading you to have a more easier, more peaceful life. Okay. Coming up, which I think all this is going on now. Oliver is partially blocked. There's just so much self-care. That's what you're doing in the next couple weeks. This is you taking care of yourself, cutting away things that no longer serve you, that don't make you happy, and you're really taking a look at what actually makes me happy, what makes Nina happy, not what makes Mike happy or Oliver or anyone really. Anyone but you. What makes you happy? And that's a focus here that you're focusing on. Just got lots of self-care for you here. Self-love, self-care, having compassion with yourself, forgiving yourself. Okay. And I was wondering that earlier when I was talking about forgiveness. There's a lot of forgiving yourself, which is one of the hardest, for a lot of people, one of the hardest things to do. Forgiving ourselves in our minds. I don't know, Nina, if this is how you feel, but this is how I have felt at times. Like, well, I allowed that person to treat me like that. And that's hard to forgive ourselves. Or, God, I was so stupid. Why didn't I see? Those kind of things. And we have to forgive ourselves. That makes true happiness possible. And that's that's what's showing up here in your reality. So I think you're doing that. You are someone who is a loving person. Your identity is built around being a loving person. Okay? You may be a little conflicted still about like staying on guard and softening up and letting people in. But, that's normal because you've been through all this. Like, you've just been stuck in obstacles for a long time, it looks like, in relationships. So you're still going to be a little bit conflicted, staying on guard and a little bit suspicious. Because, you do show up here with the heart and the side. There's a lot of heartache here. This is good, she says. Good. I love it. I love your readings lately, Nina. They're so deep, Yeah, you're pulling yourself together, right? You're like, man, if this isn't good for me, I'm cutting it off. I'm not doing this. You're very careful that you're not going to get hurt. Like you're in things, but it's in self-defense. It's for self-care. And you're going to be reaping the benefits of proper self-care, okay? Which Spirit's not saying here that, what exactly those benefits are, but I can tell you just from readings I've done for many people in my own life, once we start showing the universe that we know we deserve better, that's what we get is better. Now we're attracting the law of attraction. Now we're attracting better because we have shown that we're not going to tolerate these things anymore. It's not good for us, so we're cutting it off. Whatever the case may be, cutting off certain people, cutting off environments. Yeah, this is really good. I love it. Look at you. You are on your way, girl. You're elevating. And I know I've said that many times, but it keeps showing up. You're definitely elevating. Because you're taking care of yourself. You're putting yourself first. Which you should be. Because at the end of the day, you know who's there for you? You. And that's just the way it is. So that's what I have for you, Nina. Awesome. I love this for you. I would rather see this for you than some relationship with some guy. Because this is what it's about right here. Okay, so you're welcome. All right, you have another question, my dear. I love that, Nina. You keep me updated, girl. Look at you. I love it. I love it. I love seeing my subscribers elevate. It's just amazing. You're raising your vibration. My second question is about a coworker. It's not romantic. Okay, that's cool. You can have romantic stuff too if you want. But okay. All right, what would you like me to look into? Kyle. All right, Kyle. What does Kyle think of Nina? 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 The key, the coffin, the scythe, the mountain, the ring, the lady, and the snake. Oh, he's a Leo. But no, not romantic at all. Just curious. He's a lot younger too, so it would never happen. Okay. Well, I mean, I like his sun sign. Okay. All right, this is, I'm getting obstacles in the relationship. Obstacles in relationship. Huh. Say you work with this fella, huh? A sudden ending, an unexpected ending, a painful breakup. What is this? So, something about an ending. The ex? An affair ends. To bury one's ambition or a desire. Give up a goal. Something, there's some kind of obstacle. Are you sure you're not interested in him? I mean, because this shows up like it's kind of like what you're saying, like it's not possible. To stop before the goal is reached. So we asked how he feels. Okay. Well, he may be interested, but I think knows it's a no-go. Because we got the woman in the ring, so that's a relationship. But with the mountain here, like there's obstacles to it. So I think he to get over something. So I don't know if he had a breakup. Something about getting over something. Giving up a goal. Like it's not happening. Too many obstacles. Our desires are met with coldness. Yeah, hot desires are met with cold silence. An obstacle is between you and what you want. To be unmoved by someone's attempts at seduction. So I think he might like you. He's been single for a while. Okay. Maybe he sees you as someone who's because it shows up the ex, but it's like desiring someone, but we can't have them, basically. So to close the door, that which makes it possible to let go. I don't know if this is like you, your energy. What the hell? Like looking at this Kyle as like, well, like kind of like using him to get over someone, but knowing it's not going to work or I can't do it. If it's not you doing that, then it's Kyle doing that. Somebody's hiding their grief behind silence. Give up a goal. Hey, good morning, Milky Way. Good morning, hon. So, that's what I have for you, hon. There may be some interest here, but maybe he thinks you're grieving someone. You know, it's hard to tell. To make new connections. Okay. To welcome a new member. Is this guy new in your life? Yeah, he's very attractive. I click, but I already know he's too young. Okay. He's very into not having a girlfriend, not now. He said he's been hurt in the past. Oh, okay. And so he admits to his games, his plays with women. Oh, okay. Okay. Not all women, but the ones who make themselves easy. Okay, so you guys have talked about this. Okay. Well, I think he's definitely okay, so he's still hurting then. In order for him, I mean, he may have been single for a while, but if he's treating women like this because someone's hurt him, he's not over whoever hurt him. However long ago it's been. So we both went from our department last year and got promoted to our current positions together. Okay. We trust each other even though I don't open details about me. All right. So I would say he feels for you like how you feel for him. The same kind of thing, like attraction, but we're not going there. Okay. And also it would disrupt the career. I don't know what disrupted career. So we're not going there. Put an end to it. Put an end. As advice, put an end to it. So even Spirit's saying, don't go there. Do not go there. And I don't judge him for his actions. He's honest about his BS, even though I call him out on it. Yeah. So you guys could probably, be friends and everything. Well, I take that back. That's one thing I don't recommend being friends with coworkers, because they're not your friends, they're your coworkers. When it comes down to it, they'll choose themselves. They'll throw you under the bus, everything else. I'm not saying this particular guy, I'm just in general. It's not good to be friends with coworkers. So yeah, he feels like the same way that you do, Nina. There's attraction there, but it's like, nope, off limits, not doing this. Nope, 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 nope. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Noted. We do not get our honey where we make our money. Isn't that right, Katerina? She knows. All right, let's see here. All right, now her donation come through. Yeah. You're welcome, hon. Thank you. Thank you. That's facts. Yep. I mean, just think about it. When you break up, like, how awkward is that, I mean, seriously. All right. All right, Katerina, your first question. Welcome in. If you'd like to get added to the donation list, please let me know. Presently, I've got Miss Milky Way. She's got 2 questions. My email's acting up. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, what is coming towards Katerina's work in the next 5 weeks? Okay, what is coming towards Katerina's work in the next 5 weeks? What is coming towards Katerina's work for the next 5 weeks? What is coming towards Katerina's work for the next 5 weeks? What is coming towards... Oops. Yeah, I've dealt with many awkward situations at work. They weren't very pleasant. Yeah. I personally have not experienced it, but I've talked to many people that have. I mean, where do we spend most of our time, right? At work. So it's not unusual to be attracted to someone at work. I mean, that's where we're spending most of our time. But it's really not a good idea to go there. Because once again, you got to keep going to work and seeing them and because usually, I mean, things kind of end up going south, right? All right, what is coming towards, I'll get off my soapbox here. What's coming towards Katarina's work for the next 5 weeks? What's coming towards Katarina's work next 5 weeks? We have the lady. There you are. Thank you, Nina. We have the mountain. We have the mice. We have the house. The key. The coffin. And the star. Girl, you got trust issues. Trust issues big time. I think we have the coffin and the key. So you're no longer saying yes to something. You're saying no. Because you do not trust. Hell, I don't think you trust anyone in that place. To close the door. Do you keep your door closed at work? Do you keep your door closed to your office? Do you have an office? I'm just currently. Well, can you blame me with trust issues? No, I can't. I wouldn't. I would be the same way. All the drama going on at the workplace. I'm getting something about you closing your door. Now, that could be, hypothetical door or actual door. You're like, nope. The ending of something is imminent. The ending of something is imminent. Now, I don't know what that is, but you're fed up. Okay? You're getting really fed up. I started keeping it open because, my door's closed, but I started keeping it open because I've overheard paralegals talking shit about me. Yeah, I remember those days. Like, at my office, we had the open door policy, right? Your damn door always had to be open. I mean, I get it though. So that way you're always available for your staff and everything. Because I did have a supervisor once that always shut their door, and it's like, well, you're not very useful for your staff. Anyways, okay. I just keep getting that you have this suspicion that something is ending. Okay, the ending is coming bit by bit because it's draining to you. So you're kind of like preparing to say goodbye. You're going to put an end to this draining, unhealthy situation. So I think you're preparing to leave there during this time frame because you don't trust anybody. There's a lot of stress. This is diseases in the family, but I mean, in the workplace has shown up as the family several times. But when I say diseases in the family, that doesn't necessarily mean like physical diseases. It's like just there's something corrupt going on. It's unhealthy. You're in an unhealthy situation, so you don't trust anybody. And you want to end this corruption. You want to put an end to this. It's just so unhealthy for you. So I hope you take care of yourself well when you're at home, hon. Like, yeah, I don't know. Take hot baths, like really de-stress. I don't know, have a glass of wine, something when you get home from the place. So that I can address the shit talking if I hear it. Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, you're it's like you're breaking free, okay? You've been wanting to like try new ways of doing things, but it's like, I don't know, it's so just there's no trust here. Yeah, I think you're looking to break free, to release a family member, or a family member releases us to break free. It's like when it comes to, it's like your hope that things are going to get better, kind of, you've lost hope, basically. Jesus. Yeah, I'm trying to tune out and have fun on the weekends. Good. Because yeah, you definitely need to take care of yourself during this time. Because it's difficult, especially when you're in that position where you can't go vent to your coworkers. You know, it's not like you can, to get it off your chest or whatever. You can't really do that. But I hope these readings help you. I mean, I think they help you, but they also are showing you things that you're not aware of. And it's kind of causing you to have trust issues. Well, I mean, I think there's things going on that you notice at work as well, but I think these readings also are like letting you know the hidden truth, right? So now that we know the truth, it's like it's hard to trust anybody. I don't have any friends there. I'm excluded by people, not invited, but maybe because they're gossiping about me. Yeah, it could be. I think this all falls back on your immediate supervisor not supporting you. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying Spirit's saying that. That's just what I'm getting from this. Yeah, it's like you're very close to just giving up. Okay. In the next 5 weeks, you're keeping quiet though. You're not really talking about it. To keep quiet about an unhealthy secret or about something dirty or corrupt. There's an elephant in the room, that there's something unhealthy going on, but it's ignored, right? It's unhealthy silence. You're not talking about it, but you know it. And I think there's coming a point. How do you think he should support you? Well, for one thing, have meetings with you, hell, at least once a week, to discuss how you're doing, what you need, what's going on, especially when you're newer. I mean, I'm not there or anything, but open communication about what's going on. You know, just have a weekly meeting. Well, this and this and this is going on. Yeah, he does not check on me at all unless it's to flirt. Yeah. Which doesn't exactly, it's not like he's approachable, right? He's not approachable for you, so you can't really go to him. So it's like, yeah, he should be supporting you, especially in this when you're new. You know, what do you need from me? How can I help you? What's going on? Even to talk about your assistants, you know. And I'm not saying talk shit on them. I mean, talk about what's going on with them, or you know, hey, so and so had this idea. What do you think? Oh, hey, I had this idea. You know, what do you think I should do? You know, just bouncing off ideas, and just that's what it's supposed to be like. You know, in the perfect world, right? But unfortunately, I shouldn't even say in the perfect world. In a, you say the office is so about teamwork, right? Hello. That's not teamwork. Mom and dad, and that's kind of what you guys are, mom and dad, are not working together for the kids, for the team. So, and it'll show in the work. It'll show in the work of the assistants. I mean, I don't know exactly how your office is set up or anything, but you know, it'll show in the work because people are not motivated. Yeah, Mr. Teamwork, but you know, the biggest team is mom and dad. That's the glue that keeps everything together. But without them being on the same page, you know, everything's screwed. The family, right? We're talking, keeps coming up, it's the family. Well, what about mom and dad? Like, they need to be solid. So yeah, I blame it on him, and I'm not even there. All right. Exactly, Mr. Teamwork. Yeah. I know I've seen that several times come up about the teamwork, and you've mentioned it yourself. Oh yeah, we're very teamwork. Well, You know, teamwork when it suits him is what it sounds like to me, when it's convenient for him. All right, we're going to move into William's intentions. I'll be right back. I just got to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back for your next question. Guys, donations are open if you're interested in getting a reading. You would be next. Okay, I'm back. All right, what was your question again? Okay. What are William's intentions towards Catherine? Please. What are William's intentions towards Catherine? What are William's intentions towards Catherine? What are William's intentions? All right, there's the lady, the mountain, the coffin, the bouquet, the dog, the man, and the letter. Friendly silence. He look at this, the man and the woman. Here you guys are, and it's the more well, the feminine and the masculine. The more, you know, the more sexier cards or whatever, that you guys both showed up that way. Interestingly enough. Yeah, friendly silence. I don't think something you hear about not being comfortable. words left unsaid, ending communication. We got the coffin. There's an ending here, okay? I don't think he wants to talk at all. It's friendly though. Well, I mean, it shows up as friendly silence, so. Now with the bouquet though, and the dog here at the end, it's not all. Gosh, I don't. He knows. It's like he knows that you want his approval. This is how he thinks, okay? That you want his approval. You want him to let you know, like, that he's proud, like admiring somebody, like. Like, he knows he needs to show his appreciation to you more, okay? Your like approval, that kind of thing. He knows. See? He knows what he's supposed to do. But he's keeping those words left unsaid. I do want appreciation. Yeah, everyone does. Everyone does. So that's not a bad thing. It's like he's keeping quiet though. Communication has died down. A suppressed need to talk about something. Okay. So his intentions, I think he knows what he's supposed to be doing, but he's not going to do it. He's keeping them unsaid on purpose. Yes, I would say so. Because of these, it feels like he's got some kind of obstacle with you. The lady here with the mountain, that's you. With the mountain beside you, that's showing an obstacle. Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's not yeah, I don't know. He's not doing it. I don't think he plans to either, because his comfort, I think it's something about his comfort level. I think when you kind of put up your mountain here. You know, it hurt his pride or whatever. This is not on you, though. You did the right thing. He just don't know how to handle it. Because he's probably gotten by with this for many years, right? He knows it's time to end the silence. He does know that. I'm glad it hurt his pride. Yeah. It's almost like retaliation. Oh, well, you're not going to let me sexually harass you, so I'm not going to support you, kind of thing. Ugh. And all this is doing is hurting. It's hurting you. It's hurting your employees. It's probably even hurting your clients. Because the clients aren't going to get the service they need to the best of the abilities because of the working conditions. I'm not seeing that in the cards. I'm throwing that in. I need to stop doing that. Because we want to hear what Spirit has to say, not what Amanda has to say. Anywho. Okay. But I mean, what I'm saying is it's just the way it works. If people are working in a toxic environment, it trickles down to everyone, including those clients. Okay. All right. What is William currently thinking? Okay. All right, what is William currently thinking about? Can I read it? Yeah. Which probably will come around and affect Mr. Edwin's life. Because overall, he's one responsible for it all, if I'm understanding correctly how your hierarchy goes there. All right, what is William thinking about? I mean, people give lawyers a bad rap or whatever, but I mean, they are out there, and you yourself, to help people. Maybe not all of them, but all right. What is William currently thinking about? The stork, the mice, the stars, the man, the sun, the clover, and the clouds. He's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of feeling like things aren't going to get better. He has trust issues too. Oh man, he wants to take a risk. Like, he kind of feels like it's really risky for him to really just when he thinks about you, like there's some kind of risk. I think it's him risk that he's taking. We do have return of vermin, so it's like a vicious cycle. This guy, when it comes to like his happiness here, you're kind of putting a damper on that. Like, yeah, what he thought he was lucky. He thought he was like, he's feeling like his luck's kind of running out with you. Yeah, he honestly thought that he's losing hope with that. But he thought that he could just, that he'd be lucky, that he could just do what he wants, that he could get what he wants and he doesn't have to do anything for it. The hell? But he feels like his luck is running out. It was short-lived. He really, to him, he's like, if I could just get rid of this burden, I'd be happy. So I think his burden is like you not accepting his approaches or his flirtations. You standing up for yourself. It really, like, it just lasted for a little bit. He experienced a little bit of joy, a little bit of ease. But, my God, I hope he isn't trying to get rid of me. He's like, oh my gosh, something bad's happening and I can't do anything about it. Only thing I can do is react in productive ways. I think, yeah, he's kind of exhausted. He wants to move on from this situation himself. But his way of moving on is him being able to do whatever he wants. I hope he isn't trying to get rid of me. He doesn't have a reason though. Well, this would be his reason. If he was to do that. I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying that he thinks about it. And this would be his reason, because he can't get what he wants. I mean, of course, that doesn't really fly as far as, legally. But I'm sure he could figure something out, being he's a corrupt lawyer. I mean, I don't want to freak you out. I'm not saying that he's looking to fire you. I don't know that. But I mean, it's that I'm not going to say it doesn't cross his mind. So yeah, it just shows up. This whole situation is very unhealthy, very dishonest. It's like he don't know what to do. He really doesn't know what to do. People like this, I mean, it's so obvious what to do. Do your job. It's so obvious. But I think this guy wants what he wants. He wants that power, that control. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, dear. What does he want? What does William want to talk about? Oh, okay. Good question. All right, what does William want to talk about with Katerina? What does William want to talk about with Katerina? What does William want to talk about with Katerina? What does William want to talk about? All right, we have the cross, the whips, the bear, the ring, the man, the lilies, and the ship. The conflict with the boss is here. The relationship with him. That the cross and the lilies, that's that whole, oh man, you're really putting a damper on my sex drive. I've got a high sex drive, and you're burdening me by, let me get the exact words here, but it's that, like, my sex drive, this is burdening me. My sex drive has become a burden. uh, I think there is some kind of you know, this is almost like a confession. Because he's saying that, I pressured you, I'm pressuring you to do something, or I'm burdening you with something that you don't want to be responsible for. Yeah, that's kind of showing up like as a confession. And the cross and the whips can actually mean confession. So, like, look, I got this powerful sex drive. I'm very dominated by sensual pleasures. I like to be the dominant one. Good Lord. Yeah. I really, I want a sexual relationship, but I don't want the commitment. And being around you, I've got some kind of new pleasures, or like strange new pleasures for me. Shoot, I'm almost cheating. That's like a channeled message. But yeah, okay, I got more here. I mean, this is the way I talk when I do channeled messages. So, like, I talk in the, like, as if, it's coming straight from William. I don't know, I just felt drawn to do the reading like that. And it's like he also wants to like he's punishing you for changing something. He's punishing you for he was just punishing you by being unreachable. The heck? That's a little weird with the strange new pleasures. Yeah. He does have a sense of guilt. He's kind of embarrassed. But he's abusing his power. Abuse of power. I mean, I think he does have some guilt. He's like kind of embarrassed. But so as far as his confession goes, he kind of regrets what he's done. And he knows you're getting away from what he's doing. He knows that. The relationship with the boss, that he's predictable. He knows that he's predictable of what he's going to do. But he has a connection with you where he's got the power. So, and because he's got the power, he wants the power. And he knows that you're trying to, like, you're attempting to change him. He's a very dominant person, and you're attempting to change him. It's not going to work. So, and he kind of like, he does things. He's the boss, right? He kind of bosses things on people, whether they asked for it or not. That could be like the flirting. You put that on you, whether you asked for it or not. He knows how to change it, but he wants that power. He likes that power, and he's got it. He's got a very high sex drive. So. This is if he was being completely honest, right? So that's what I have for you, my dear. Now, I doubt he'll ever actually say those things. But that's what I have for you. Interesting. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You'll send for another one. Okay. Yeah, guys, donations are open if you're interested in getting a reading. Okay. All right, I did hear it come through. Yes or no? Okay, gotcha. Okay. So we'll do your yes, no. Got a yes, no question here with the pendulum. can't remember which pendulum you like. I think it's the moonstone. Isn't it the moonstone? We have the moonstone, the petrified wood, and then the black obsidian. I'm pretty sure you've usually picked the moonstone. Let me know, just make sure. Of course, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer no matter what pendulum we use. The moonstone. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's my favorite too. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep this in my head, this question. Okay. I'm going to say it in my head just because it's kind of private. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, we are getting a yes. We are getting a yes. I'm surprised to see that, but you do have a yes, my dear. You do have a yes on that. I was not expecting that, but that's what we got. It's interesting. Okay. Last reading about how she sees me shows some weird details. Yeah. Yeah, interestingly enough, I got a yes on that, which I find odd. But, you know, it's not really about me, is it? But, yeah, interesting. Okay. How do Katarina's superiors see her at work? 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 Yeah. How do Katarina's superiors see her at work? How do Katarina's superiors see her at work? Okay, we have the clouds, the lilies, the clover, the stars, the coffin, the scythe, and the moon. You got another question, hon? Get you down. Okay. How do they see you? saying that you're like reacting to some kind of, the way it shows up is breakup. It doesn't have to be a breakup, but like you're reacting to an ending. Like emotionally. The stars in the coffin talk about wishing somebody would come back. They can mean, the stars in the coffin can mean like, oh, I wish he'd come back to me. So it's like you're hurt here. Like you've got intense emotions about okay, what is this? Intense emotions about someone's morals. And you're hiding your sexual attraction. You're hiding your sexual attraction to this guy. And you're hoping he'll come back. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you're reacting I don't know, kind of in despair. They do think about, though, how your secrets could be dangerous for a superior. Someone's secrets could be dangerous for some reason, or someone's secrets could be dangerous for us. You're the someone. Risky sexual behavior shows up here. Who is thinking this? Yeah, well, because we've said superiors, I don't know, which individual, is thinking this, but boy, this guy's full of himself, huh? I'm assuming it's William that, well, to him, it's just a big misunderstanding. Desiring someone who's unreachable. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He thinks I think he thinks you want him. You're hiding the fact that you want him. And you've got intense emotions here for him. Intense. Now, I don't know if it's emotions, but it's definitely some kind of yeah, emotions, mature emotions, and intense emotions. It's very intense. Yeah, you're hurt. Hurt because somebody's playing with your feelings. So, oh yeah, this guy's definitely in his ego. Definitely. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're seeing you see this superior as someone that you could really experience sensual pleasure with that person, um, but that's why. But because things have been cut off, you're hurt over it. But you still want him. You want him to come back to you. You're hiding your attraction. Good gravy. So, yeah, the loss of someone, losing him has just um, put you in some kind of despair. You don't want to hide your attraction. Yeah, this guy's definitely full of himself. But I don't know which guy, though. We're really, it's hard to say because we didn't really specify. But yeah, that's wild to me. But he's like, hey man, it's not that serious. Don't take it so serious. Like, don't be so hurt about it. It's not that serious. Okay. Don't take it so serious. What I'm getting. Okay. Oh my god, I had another question that I forgot to send for. Okay, that's fine. While you do that, you've got another. Wait a minute. You go ahead and do that. I got this coffee, I guess. I got to go to the bathroom again. So, quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm hurt because he's been coming around and flirting and then started snubbing me when I was just being nice. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to look. Okay, so you got a couple questions here. Okay. So we're going to, your first question here that I have here are about current thoughts. Current thoughts. Related to your yes or no question. Okay, we're going to do that first. Yes, okay. All right, we have the lady, the bouquet, the tower, the fox, the crossroads, the cross, and the book. Well, it's risky. It's risky to let you in. The truth here is that the social visits were like for selfish reasons or like socializing for selfish reasons. So the truth behind the flattery or the flattery is not the right word. Okay. I think she feels like your connection was about like giving you, sharing knowledge with you and inviting to let you know about a secret. But and making you aware of who somebody really is. Giving you education. Sharing knowledge, giving you education, but and making decisions like there's some kind of conflict here with you guys about like just your tolerance levels, like what is tolerable and what is not tolerable. What can be tolerated, what cannot be tolerated. Conflict between tolerance and intolerance. You guys have varying convictions. You're just not on the same belief system, or convictions, right? What we convictions can refer to the state of being convinced of error or compelled to admit the truth. Okay, what? I think it's just more about what we can tolerate and what we shouldn't tolerate. That you guys just kind of are conflicted on that. Now you show up here with the bouquet, and that's actually a positive card. Like you're sociable. I think she actually sees you as like well-mannered. You just have different views on what is tolerable and what is not. And she might think that you might have had exaggerated something. She welcomed you, though. You were welcome. But now it's too risky to let you in. Yeah, it's all about, like, I think you guys just have different self-interests. And you just go different ways. You just so she chose what's best for her. So that's really what I have for you here. It doesn't look that bad. Just but now you're not invited, basically. You were invited, now you're not invited to some kind of, but the whole gathering was for selfish purposes anyways. But I mean, it shows up as selfish purposes. That doesn't necessarily mean it's like bad. It just means it's for yourself. But I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, because when a person comes to get a reading, yeah, that's what they're there for. You know, to get answers to their questions for themselves. But yeah, I think there's just a conflict here about what we tolerate and what we don't tolerate. I don't want to be invited. Yeah. Which is kind of, to hold our principles above all else. So it's just different principles, different. I think inability to delegate too. Like, I think she maybe, you know, when you make someone a moderator, you're actually, you know, trusting them. You're delegating your duties to them. Like, well, you know, you're putting upon them to what the reader doesn't have time for, or they, you know, they can't keep track of everything going on in the chat and so forth. And but she really doesn't. It's showing inability to delegate. So she really doesn't want other people to do her duties, even though she's given the duties to the person. Does that make sense? It's kind of weird. It's kind of like giving someone a position at work. Hey, you're responsible for all of this, but you don't really want them to do it, kind of thing. I'm giving you this responsibility, but don't really do it. It's kind of strange. That's what I got, dear. Make sense? Okay. Okay, and then Monsi? How does Monsi currently feel? Whoop. How does Monsi currently feel about Katerina? 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 How does Monsi's your friend? Okay. How does Monsi currently feel about Katerina? The snake, the lady, the ship, the heart, the letter, the lilies, and the mountain. Well, you're showing up here as like obstacles in love. And like some kind of sexual communication, or to manipulate a woman. So the snake and the lilies here, that's some kind of like something sexual. And with the letter, it's like talking about sexual communication and talking about love relationships and romantic relationships and the problems in love. So are you talking to this person about any problems you might be having in love? Because maybe she wants to talk about her love life. We did talk a lot about that. Oh, okay. About her love life. Okay. Is she in a long distance relationship? I don't have a love life, so I'm not talking about any problems. Okay. To miss someone, the feelings are there, but commitment is not. Communicate with a certain aim. So yeah, I mean, I think she does. We're talking about love here. Now, this would be you. So if you're not talking to her about your love problems, then I guess it's vice versa then. She might be in a long distance relationship. Sounds like her situationship. Okay. So yeah, I think she does maybe want to talk to you about that. You haven't talked to her about your problems? Because there's something about having a sexual relationship for career reasons. Talking about that, like, so I don't know if she's got something going on at work too, but that's the way it's showing up. But I'm denying someone those pleasures. I'm denying someone those pleasures. Yeah. Denying someone some kind of sexual pleasures. I'm being abstinent here. An absent lover, sexual relationship without commitment. So I don't know whose love life I haven't had a sexual relationship with anything in the past year, especially for career reasons. I did tell her about William and his ways. Yeah, I would say this is about William and his ways. Okay? And that's how she's thinking of you. Yeah, I tell her to not to put out right away. Yeah, absolutely. So it's just all about your guys' conversation and all the obstacles in love and all this being abstinent. Just talking about love relationships and what's going on in each of your love relationships and changes being made. So this snake and this woman, though, that's either a manipulative woman or a woman who is being manipulated. So I think it's talking, and the woman is you. The querent is always going to be, if it's a woman asking a question, if a woman comes out, it's her. So this is about you and you being type A personality woman, a lawyer. I love that. Like somebody seducing you or manipulating you, something like that. Trying to, anyways. But you're very headstrong here. So that's what I have, my dear. So it's just about your guys' conversation. Doesn't look bad. Okay. Did I? Well, this is very informative. Okay, good. You're welcome, hon. You're welcome. 2:22 on the clock. I'm gonna go start my truck. I've got my granddaughter's 6th birthday party. She's 6. Well, she turned 6 on Valentine's Day, and today is her party. So I'm getting ready to go there, but I've got to start my truck up. Luckily, I've got that remote start. But oh my gosh, I don't know how I lived without it. But it's because it's like 20 degrees out there. I hope you have a great day too, hon. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm going to throw up my last call for donations. I probably have time for one more question. If anybody had a burning question. That they wanted to ask. A burning question. This birthday party's at like a trampoline park, so I don't know. I don't see me getting on the trampoline, but hell, I might let my inner child out and do a little jumping on the trampoline with the kids. When they had the bouncy house, and this summer was Remy's birthday party. She turned 4. We had the big bouncy house out here at my place, and it raining, so the kids really didn't get to use it much. But Grandma got out there after the kids were gone before they came and picked it up, and I was slide down that big old bouncy house. It was so much fun. I was like, yeah, I still got it. It's good sometimes to act like a kid, right? So, thank you, Nina. I will. I'm sure she'll have a blast. Oh my gosh, this music is kind of ate up. All right, I'm going to slip out of here and I'll be back tomorrow.